Hello, Sam.
Right, guys, Ivan van Rooyen and Marius Louw.
Ivan left it late in the end. Yeah, you're obviously not happy with the first half, but a good finish there to grab 2 points.
Well, let me start with the positive. We spoke about the preseason. If you lose, you still got more points. So I think we fell 3 points short of top 8. So I think last season probably would have walked away with 0 points. To come back and put up a fight like that and score 5 tries to get 2 points is a bonus. But it's our own fault that it's not 5. I think that 15 minutes before halftime, we made 2 crucial areas which they capitalised and scored from. Not really clinical enough in that latter part of the first half, but obviously second half when we managed to keep the ball and get quick ball on the front foot a lot better.
Just we obviously didn't get a chance to chat to you about the selection and that. Was there a reason behind some of the guys like Ron and Nico opting for bench, perhaps not starting? Because if you look at it now, the obvious argument is maybe perhaps they should have started.
Well, they both came back from injury. To be honest, Ron missed both warm-up games, so he came in blind in the sense that we couldn't manage to play either game, and Nico came off a quite serious knee injury. To be fair, they probably wouldn't have lost at 80, but boy, they put in a good 30, didn't they?
Walter?
Oh, sorry.
You said fitness. It's going to be important the last 20 minutes, so you must be happy with that coming through.
I think it was a lot better from us. Fitness, but also execution. And yes, they work hand in hand. The fitter you are, the more you can concentrate. We definitely fit a lot fitter than last year this time. Just the skill area or the non-execution of plan beat us in 20 minutes today.
Even you guys made a lot less purchases than some of the other franchises, obviously. And you obviously you struggled to get the top 8 last season. Do you feel that you've got the squad to get over there? You've obviously got a bunch of young guys coming through. But in terms of experience, do you feel you've got enough?
Yeah, Brendan, I think that's a good question. If you in the inner circle, we feel that we've got quite a bit more experience and better squad than last year. We've managed to keep all the guys for the first time in 7 or 8 years, or whatever the stat is. So there's a real belief in the squad that not just 23, but probably 35, 40 guys is really good enough to really excel in the URC. And then as you see the Ron Venters and the Kewins and the Inkus, there's another bunch of them, about 8 to 10 guys, which is 20, 21 years old, that probably not really this year, they could crack the nut, but really become Manera, as they say, 2 or 3 years from now. So we feel we've got that layers of experience, good bunch in the middle, age-wise, and then youngsters coming through. It's just like I say, it's whether it's game time, whether it is execution, it's just getting that aligned.
Last season also taught you guys some lessons about perhaps rotating the squad and maybe looking more at your depth and stuff. So you feel you've got enough depth as well?
Yeah, I think if I'm really honest, I think all the South African coaches, myself especially, you always need more. Feel you need more depth in the top 5, especially. We do with Courtenay and Etienne Oosthuizen, with them joining us this season. We've altered that a little bit. So if you look at our 4 loose sets currently, whether it's JP coming back from injury, Courtenay that joined us now, Morgan and Reinhard Reinsberger, we feel there's a nice senior, there's a younger senior, then there's 2 really exciting juniors. I think apart from 1 or 2 positions, we feel like that throughout the bank. Yes, we don't have box, but I honestly believe within the next World Cup cycle, the next 4 years, we can easily produce 6 to 8 quality box.
And just on injuries, how far is Edwell, how far is Ron, JP, all those guys from being okay?
Yeah, we managed to get Ron Venter and Henke ready for this game, as I said. It's probably a week or 2 too early for some of the other guys. Ed will train fully with us this week, so hopefully he's selectable next week. JP is hopefully selectable next week. Rowan Smith either next week or the week after. The only long-term ones currently is Mutis with his arm and Johnny with his hamstring.
Big tour coming up, something different, back to almost Super Rugby type tours. How do you guys approach that?
Yeah, massive tour. 4-week tour. We're only leaving on Tuesday night, but we probably got to play a Edinburgh-packed Scottish team, which is it's good. Then we got a full Irish, full Italian team in Benetton. Then Scarlets, and the last one Ulster. So it's a nice tough tour. Great for the squad to spend 4 weeks together, really get even deeper with how we want to play and getting to know each other even better. So one of our goals is to really get tight everywhere we go and use that opportunity. So attacking game against Edinburgh, attacking game against Benetton, attacking game against Scarlets, and Ulster is a tough ground. So it's a good mix for us to challenge us and see where we are.
Marius, just from your side, sorry, the tour as well. There's positives and negatives from a 4-week tour. We spend a lot more time together as a squad. You're away from home for a long time, which you guys haven't done for a couple of years now. But do you still go back to that experience of the Super Rugby tours and how you guys did there?
Yeah, just back to your previous question about a group of guys being together. I think over the last season, we've built quite a bit of cohesion between the team. And on tour, you get that as well. You spend a lot more quality time together. You get to analyze a lot better. You get to communicate a lot easier because you're in the hotel the whole time. You travel together, so there's a lot more of that cohesion that you get. And yes, there is an element of the Super Rugby tours coming in, and I think there's a few guys that have experienced that. And yeah, we want to try and build a good team culture going forward onto the tour and making it fun, but also getting the results.
You started quite well this afternoon, that first 10 minutes. What went wrong there?
Yeah, I think we just started making errors. We knew we wanted to be a little bit more direct, and we felt there was space out wide, and we just didn't get the ball out wide where we needed to quick enough. I think we exploited that better the second half.
It's always difficult for, I suppose, for fans to see. It's easy to say the bench made the difference, and they did today. They also gave you a little bit of extra impetus. But when you guys were 35, I think 14 down at one stage, what was the talk amongst players at that point?
Yeah, I think the chat started already at halftime. We knew that first 10 minutes what we did is what we needed to keep on doing, and we fell away from that in the second half of the first half. So once we did that again in the second half, we got the reward, and we just kept on doing that.
Just a bit disappointing that maybe left it a minute or two too late.
Very disappointing, yes. Especially the first half, we didn't execute our plan, what the coaches implemented. So I also take responsibility for that.
Thoughts on Kuhn's try? There wasn't even.
It's sometimes they go for you, sometimes they don't. I think we did quite well, and I think we scored after that. So.
Marius, hoe moeilik is dit om 'n span te kry om hulle koppe gewig te hou as jy 'n eerste helfte het wat so 'n bietjie van 'n nagmerrie is?
Ek dink vir 'n span soos ons is dit redelik maklik. Ons het klomp ouens wat taaf is, en ons het agter die paal gestaan en gesê ons theme vir die jaar is tough, tempo, togetherness, en ons het geweet ons gaan nou met tough en ons gaan together moet wees, en ek dink almal het ingestem en ons het dit gedoen.
En Ivan, dinge het nou baie goed gelyk in die tweede helfte, maar wat dink jy was die groot probleme in die eerste helfte?
Ek dink die prentjie wat die Stormers jou kan gee op defense lyk baie aanlokkend vir attack, en ek dink die stryk wat jy kan trap is as jy te vroeg teen hulle wyd gaan, veral in jou helfte. Het hulle vermoë om iewers man te kry, en ons het 2 keer die bal afval en hulle 3 gekry van dit af. So 'n bietjie meer dissipline rondom plan, dissipline rondom area, is wat ons in daai oomblik gekort het. Soos ek sê, klomp positiewe goeders, maar as jy verwys na daai 20 minute, ons het geweet, soos in Engels sê hulle, they're giving you a false sense of security. En ons het te vroeg soontoe gegaan en hulle het dit uitgebuit, so wel dan vir hulle.
Iets anders wat ook opgeval het, is baie van die skoppe het ons veld opgeskop in steede van om dit uit te skop, en hulle het 'n baie gevaarlike agterste drie. Is dit 'n plan gewees of is dit iets wat verkeerd gegaan?
Ek dink dit was deel van die gamble van ons kant af. Ons het geweet hulle back three is 10 hulle sterkpunt. Ons het ook geweet as ons hulle forwards in die game hou en ball in play probeer opkry, het ons gehoop het die laaste 20 minute werk het vir ons. Ek dink as jy groter prentjie kyk en jy kyk wat ons gedoen die laaste 20 minute, het dit 10 teen gewerk. Ek dink wel ons execution kon bietjie beter gewees het rondom dit. Hulle het te veel die bal in die lug gevang. Ek dink as jy na hulle kyk, hulle het reg gekry om die bal baie op die grond te skop teen ons dat op die grond land. So ek dink is 'n bietjie, een, dit was plan, twee, ons kon se bietjie beter ge-execute het, maar om die 3 te druk aan die einde, het dalk die plan gewerk, dalk nie.
En dan my laaste vraag, die scrums, die eerste 3 scrums het vir die Leeu's gegaan, strafskoppe vir die Leeu's. En toe is hulle skop vervang en toe gaan dit weer asof hulle gedomineer het en toe is ons eintlik bietjie op die agtervoet. Het ons iets wat het ons 'n plan wat ons kan maak vorentoe, want die prentjie daarna was nie baie goed totdat die reservebank opgekom het, die reserve voorhou.
Dan moet ek versigtig wees. Ek dink hulle het die prentjie eers verander. En nie net met Lizo nie. Lizo se obviously as 'n Springbok, so hy's 'n goeie speler. Ek dink ons moet vinniger besluite neem. Deel van wat ons wil doen met die voorrye is, ek dink almal weet ons het 'n redelike goeie skram en as ons aan dominance kry, moet hulle iets anders doen teen dit. En dan moet ons beter en vinniger aanpas. Obviously is die voorry frustreerd. Hulle voel hulle het nog steeds dominance gehad en vorentoe gegaan en die oppositie het 10 teen omgeloop, maar tussen ons en die skeieregters ons 'n oplossing kry vir dit.
Baie dankie.
Dankie Lana.